Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. I'm just catching up on The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. There's a lot of racist stuff in here. I mean, you know what they call Jim and all that stuff, but man, oh man, why are we letting our kids read this? Mark Twain? Was he some type of Southern racist? I don't know. I've never gotten a chance to ask this question. And instead, I was probably too busy writing notes in this book, like Huck and Jim talk to King Solomon, which is a real note I wrote in this book, apparently, when I read it in high school. Anyway, this is my review of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Trash. Don't pick it up. Books is racist. Read better things. Magazines, news articles, captions to your favorite social posts. Okay, I'm done. Roll the episode.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the Books is Racist news you didn't know about. Boy, oh boy, just when you think you're done with racism, it keeps creeping up on you. While we've seen racism in television and film, it's often overlooked in literature, or more recently, overlooked.
St. Edward Catholic School in Nashville is facing backlash after the school's pastor pulled the Harry Potter series from the library. In an email to parents, Father Dan Rehill explained that the series glorify acts of conjuring the dead and evil spirits.
This isn't the first time the Harry Potter series was sentenced to Hufflepuff status. I'm sure that's a joke somewhere. The first book's been on banned book lists since its release, which is odd considering author J.K. Rowling keeps updating the lore of the world. You know how Dumbledore is gay or transgender women aren't real women. It's all in the books. You have to read between the lines. It's called subtext. We used to get stories of banned books all the time. There are a multitude of reasons why a book will be banned, but they all boil down to three things: sexual content, offensive language, and the inability for it to be suited for any age group. Well, gee, with criteria like that, it's no wonder my pitch for a sexy version of 50 Shades of Grey wasn't picked up. What's that? It's already too sexy? Okay. But these are all stupid reasons to have books pulled from shelves. Sad events from the past year and a half have made society take a hard look at all the crap we enjoy. Movies with all white leads or shows with no women of color in any facet of production will never look the same again. The most recent fallout comes after a decidedly smart move to stop printing 6 Dr. Seuss books that contained racist imagery. Stereotypes are strewn throughout each book, so it's best they all be taken off the shelves.
Dr. Seuss books claimed 9 spots on Amazon's top 10 bestseller list overnight. Also, his books went from selling for a few bucks to hundreds of dollars on sites like eBay. All this after the company that oversees Seuss's estate announced on Tuesday that several of the late author and illustrator's titles were being pulled from publication for their racist and insensitive imagery. Telling ABC News, Dr. Seuss Enterprises, working with a panel of experts, including educators, reviewed our catalog of titles and made the decision last year to cease publication and licensing of 6 stories, adding, "These books portray people in ways that are hurtful and wrong."
First, they come for the racist imagery in the books. Next, the horrible depiction of humanoid cat people, offensive to my eyes and my time. Once more, this is not the first time the Seuster's racism was brought up to light. News reports, comedians' articles, and more have talked about the Good Doctor's racial depictions for the past couple of decades. One of the most recent publishing cancellations is Captain Underpants, author Dave Pilkey's 2010 caveman-based The Adventures of Ook and Glook. Try to keep up with this. Captain Underpants characters George Beard and Harold Hutchins. George is the kid on the left with the outdated haircut and formal clothing. Harold is the kid on the right with the probably lice-filled hair. Remember that now. Created the Ook and Glook series, much like their Dogman spinoff. The two cavemen train at a place called Master Wong's School of Kung Fu whose name alone points to serious problems. Both publisher Scholastic and Dave Pilkey acknowledge what they're calling, quote, passive racism in the book's contents. And judging by the afro on the black caveman, I can only imagine what's inside the book itself. Pilkey is so concerned with what his work has done, he and his wife decided to donate the royalties earned from the book to diverse organizations. He acknowledged what the problem was, acknowledged his shortcomings, and acted on what was best. And that's how you do that. You hear it rolling? Who cares? There's no possible way everything is going to be fine after all we've gone through this past year. However, we're taking the right steps to get to a better place than where we were before. If we change everything, and we have to change everything, we'll be better off. That includes changing our attitudes on what may be offensive to someone who doesn't look like us, or our definition of normal. No one's normal. And once we understand that and accept it, we'll be in a better place. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to finish my manuscript for 50 Shades spinoff from the Bez point of view. Too sexy. Oh, before you do that, why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos? Of course, you can head to the website cpluscomedy.com, where there are so many sexy interviews with sexy comedians. You'll be like, ooh, he's sexy. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm going to get to work. It was the best of times. It was the Ishmael of times.